Hey guys, it is time for March 2023 Shop My Stash. Say what? Like, how is that already March? Okay, but we're just gonna move on from there. And we're gonna go ahead and start with, of course, what I always do and show you my products from February so that we can go through them really quickly. I'll let you know what I think of them after having used them for the month, if there's anything I'm getting rid of, anything like that, and then we will pick products for next month. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Everything on my face today are products that I've used from my Shop My Stash for February, so I will let you know if it's something that I've used. I'm going to randomly grab and we'll talk about it. So this is the JCat Beauty Luxe Pro Powder Pro Luminizer Highlighter. Phenomenal. Love it. Keeping it. The Peach Perfect, or not Peach Perfect, it's the Too Faced Peach Blur Translucent Smoothing Finishing Powder. I actually have it on today, and I really, really like it, so I'm keeping that. My Coty Airspun, it's never going anywhere. Absolutely love it. Favorite powder ever. The Professional from Benefit Primer. You guys, I forgot how much, this used to be my favorite primer, and then I hadn't used it in a really long time. Now I remember why it was my favorite. I love this stuff. The Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in the shade Love. This stuff is so beautiful. I absolutely love this. Thank you to my friend Jen who sent this to me. I absolutely love it. The Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I discovered the color is not right for me right now. Like, I'm too light. So probably into the summer months, I will try it again once I've got some more color. But right now it's too dark. But I still think it's something that I like. It's just going to be better in the warmer months. So I will keep it around. Go ahead and grab the two concealers I used. The Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. And this is in Light, I believe. Light Sand, it's called. This is really good. Really good. I really like it. And then the Winky Lux Paper Perfect concealer. This is in Light Beige. I have this on today. I really like it too, so I will keep that around. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Love it. It's on my face right now. Keeping it. Mascaras. The Milani Lash Extensions. Highly rated, it's called. And the LA Girl Volumatic Full On Volumizing. I've used these both all month. Really liked them. I have the Milani one on today. And looks good. Keeping them. I do believe this was the only eye primer I had because it's the only one I need. I never need a different eyeshadow primer than the Wet n Wild one, so we'll just leave that at that. Eyeliners. These were all the colored ones I chose. I have to be really honest. I think I maybe only used like the pink one. Or was it the pastel purple? I think it was the pink though. But I honestly did not reach for the colored liners this month at all. And what I did use constantly were my Essence pencils. As you can see, Black Midnight Sky is getting real short. But this thing just keeps going and going and going. I've had this for months and months and months. And that's what I love using for tight lining my upper lash line. And then, But First Espresso is the other one, and it's brown, which that one's getting pretty short too. I have a backup for Black Midnight Sky, but not But First Espresso, so I'm probably gonna have to get one. And then I use this almost every day. This is in my waterline right now. So, Silky Nude, I believe it's called. And yeah, like, these are such good pencils. They're so affordable. Get them. If you don't have them, what are you doing? Get them. Brows. I had the Lottie London Arch Rival in dark brown. I used it quite a few times. I like it, so I'll keep it around and use it up. And then, of course, the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in neutral brown. That's what I have on my brows right now. Love it. It's my favorite brow pencil. After I use up the other ones, I will just continue buying these and never buy any other kind because why would I need to? These are affordable and fantastic, and that's the beauty of doing Shop My Stash, is realizing those things. And then the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and this is in the same neutral brown, just like my brow pencil. I've been thoroughly enjoying using this, so happy to have it. I had picked two liquid shimmery shadows and a liquid like glitter liner this month, and I never used the glitter liner, but I still like it, so I'll keep it. And then of these two shadows, I don't know why I didn't use this. I think I just never thought to grab for it. It's very pretty, but I did not use it, but I'm going to keep it. But I did use this one, I think like 3 different times, and really, really like it, and so definitely keeping it. The Hamish Artless Glow Base, and it has SPF 50 plus. Whatever that means, but it's SPF 50. And I have that on today, and I really like it in combination with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I like to use like the glow base with this, with the translucent smoothing finishing powder, these three together are what are on my face today, and I really like it. Now, it's great for, I can go quite a few hours with it, but then it does start to get, like my oils start to break through it, but it is a very pretty look. If I'm just going somewhere for a few hours, then I would be perfectly comfortable using this combination on my skin. Oh my gosh, look what was down on the bottom and I never used. The Becca Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation, not visual. Honestly, I'm just going to throw this away because it's a sample and you can't even get this anymore anyway, so who cares? So I'm just going to get rid of it. And then the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder I decided to grab. I honestly used it for the first time today because, again, it was down at the bottom and I kind of forgot about it. So it is on my under eyes right now. And I just use this little, I love for my powder using the little Tati Beauty thing here. So let me show you real fast. The compact is breaking on this, so I just get a little on there and go underneath, down around here. And I think it does brighten up a little bit. So I am going to try this more because, like I said, I just used it today because I forgot it was down there. So I will keep it. Something I am so excited about this month is I discovered my absolute perfect layering of like base face products. Let me tell you what they are for my very oily skin. The Benefit Professional for my primer. And then my Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I use a combination of these two shades right now, the medium tan and light medium. Once summer hits and starts getting, like I get some more color, I will use just the medium tan. And I actually even have a darker one that sometimes I mix with this. But these, so Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator with the Benefit Professional and the Coty Airspun Extra, what's it called? Translucent Extra Coverage, keeps my skin looking fantastic for so long. Like, keeps my oils at bay. Awesome. And let me tell you, another reason I think it works so well is because I will use like whatever powder brush I'm using, and that's what I use kind of everywhere, down my neck, you know, everywhere for powder. But then I use this puff with it also, and I do all around on my nose and my chin and my forehead, the places that get super, super oily. I'm telling you, patting that powder in like that does something magical. And that combination on my face has been like, I've discovered that is my absolute favorite like base look, and I absolutely love it. So I'm so excited about that. That is what makes my stash so fun, you guys. Use what you have. Try what you have in combination with each other in ways that you maybe never have. And you might discover you find your perfect, you know, like makeup look, what makes you feel the best. And so I am so excited about that. And then lastly, for the makeup products, the Head Rush Blush and Highlighter Duo from House Labs. You can't get this anymore, but Bouquet and Ribbon. I love the Bouquet blush. I have that on today, and I have the Ribbon highlighter too. And I do like it, but I have to be careful with it because it can get a little glittery. But if you're light-handed with it, it just looks pretty and glowy. So I do really like that, and I'm keeping it, obviously. Eyeshadow palettes, friends, let me tell you. So on my eyes right now, actually, is the Gourmand Girls C'est l'Amour. I don't know how you say it, but you know. And it looks like this. And I have to be honest, this is not one of my favorite palettes. Like, I used it, I think 3 times for the month. But sometimes I had to use it in conjunction. 2 of the times I used it in conjunction with another palette because it didn't quite have what I wanted. Today I have just this. This is my transition color, and then I have a mixture of these two at the outer corner, and then this one all over the lid. And in the inner corner I have this one. So that is what is on my eyes today, and I do feel like it is a pretty look, but otherwise the colors in here are just not things that I reach for. So I think I'm going to put it like on a chopping block kind of thing, because I'm going to start to be very brutal with things that I've already started doing that. So we'll see how I feel about that. But that's probably going to go, I think I need to start making a pile of things that are like questionable, and then maybe one month use all my questionable products and decide from there what, you know, I think I want to keep. But another palette I used this month was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. You guys, oh my gosh, this is such a good palette. Like, every look I did with this palette, I was like, girl, like, you look good. I mean, I felt dang good. This is a gorgeous palette. It is not going anywhere. And then another one that is equally as gorgeous, the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. Same thing. Every time I did a look, I was like, dang, I look good. if you've got stuff that makes you feel like, dang, I look good, girl, you keep it and you use it. And so that is kind of what I am getting down to with my, you know, everything in my house that I'm trying to use. It has to be something that makes me feel good when I'm using it, or is very functional or whatever, you know, but like things like makeup and clothes and stuff like that, it needs to be something that makes me feel good, because otherwise, why am I keeping it? Like, who has time? We only have so much time. Why would I use stuff that makes me just feel like meh? Like, no, I don't want to feel like meh. I want to feel like, dang, girl, you look good. So that is kind of where I'm going with that. So then the very last things for the month were brushes that I had pulled. So here are the face brushes. I used the Real Techniques 301. It's a foundation brush. I always loved this. I still do. It's such a good brush. Then for concealer, I used this $1 Billion Brushes sculpting duo brush, and I used this small end for concealer. Worked great. I really enjoyed it. And then I actually used this end for my blush all month, and I really enjoyed that too. And I don't typically like dual-ended brushes, but that actually made me rethink that a little bit. So yeah. And then for powder, I used this the Beauty Crop F203 powder brush. I really like it. Not as big as the typical powder brushes that I use, but I still liked it. And then for bronzer, I used this BH Cosmetics. It does not, oh, number 2, but it was whatever from this collection that it was. But this is the shape of it. And I really like that for my bronzer. And then for highlight, I used the Luxie 522 Tapered Highlighter, which looks like this. But I feel like the ferrule feels like it might be getting loose, and that kind of freaks me out. But I really liked that. And these were the brushes I pulled for eyes for this month. I used a couple of these a couple times, but I'm going to be really honest with you. What brushes I used pretty much all month were this one for liner, when I would just do, like I did a little bit of black just at the outer edges today. And then for I Am So Surprised, and I'm so glad, and I said I was going to use that. I've never used the brushes that come in the ABH palettes, so I decided to use it. You guys, it's not super soft. It's a little scratchy, but it doesn't bother me. This, like, all my transition colors with this, and then like outer corner for this side I would tap, and sometimes I would drag in. I always use my finger for shimmers and, you know, sandins, all that kind of stuff. I always use my finger for on the lid, so that's what I did there. But this brush, I used the heck out of this. It's great for blending. It's just, these are good brushes. I was like, I've been missing out on that, and I've got them in other palettes too. So, and then I used this little Luxie 141 mini round brush. That is what I used always to smudge, you know, colors underneath my lower lash line. And then I used this BH Cosmetics number 13 from whatever collection this was from, but this is the shape of it. Little brush for my inner corner highlight every time. So those were the brushes that I used pretty much all month. So it makes you realize how much do you really need, you know, because this is the eye look. Every eye look I did with these, and they all turned out great. So it's like, how many brushes do I need? I mean, there's a difference between how much you want and how much you need. But how much do you need? If you're somebody just starting out in makeup, please do not think you need to go and buy a ton of different brushes and stuff. Like, get yourself, BH Cosmetics is a great place to go to get brush sets. I have, I think, 3 or 4 different brush sets from them, and they're fantastic. So definitely I would recommend them because they're very affordable and they give you a good range. And you could even get like a face brush set and an eye brush set, and you are set. Let's just say that. But so those were my products for February. I really enjoyed everything. Some things, like I said, I didn't use really, the colored liners and stuff. And, you know, we all change in different things that we have that, you know, are kind of like what we tend to lean toward. I'm very excited to pick new palettes though, because I've been doing a lot of like pinkish for Valentine's Day, and because of the palettes that I had pulled had a lot of like reds and pinks and that kind of stuff. So I am very excited to kind of veer into some different color stories for March. Oh my gosh. So, all right, let's go ahead and head into what we were picking for March. Okay, before we get started picking new products, I'm going to show you things that I'm going to move over from last month and use again. My Coty Airspun for sure. My Essence Brighten Up, since I only used that one time, I want to use that some more. Of course, my eyeshadow primer, because that's really the only one I have left, I think. And then my Essence pencils that I always use. My e.l.f. brow pencil that I love. The e.l.f. Wow Brow that matches it. And then the LA Girl Volumatic mascara and the Milani Highly Rated mascaras. So now we will pick all of the other stuff. Away we go. So for primer, let's go ahead. I don't have a whole lot of things to use, so let's go ahead and pull the, do I need that right now? I don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector, and I will also grab the Tarte Double Duty Beauty, because I think I might be able to use this up. Base tape, I guess it's called. I might be able to use this up this month. For concealer, we'll go ahead and grab the Kokie Be Bright and Light. I don't feel like I need more than one at a time, really. For foundation type product, let's do the, let's go ahead and do the Wonder Beauty, and I'm going to do the Merit, which is the darker one, I'm pretty sure. So we'll do Dune for my foundations. For powder, I kept my Coty Airspun, and then I will grab another one to use. So let's go ahead and use this Becca powder here. This is the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. This is always a fun one for me. So for bronzer, let's go ahead and do the LYS No Limits Matte Browser and Motivate. And we'll do the, this is going to be too dark right now. I feel like that might be too dark for right now. So how about, I'll grab this Pacifica Duo, because I think that bronzer will still work good for this time of the year. And then I have that blush as well. Okay, and for another blush, let's use my Chantecaille Enjoy. Oh goodness, oh, I hate to even mess this up, but I really want to try it, so we'll use that. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and use this Milk Makeup in Work and have that for blush also. So now we just need some highlight. So let's do my another bronzer, blush. I've got things all kind of mixed up here. Let's do the Confetti highlighter from Ciate. If you catch a glimpse of me, I am coloring my hair right now, and so my hair is like hilarious, and I just have like a towel wrap on, so very fancy. But let's go ahead and grab this for highlight, and then also do, I'm gonna do a liquid. I don't really feel like doing a liquid highlight right now, so let's do my Kaleidos Rewriter here. Woo! And yeah, so we'll use that. Okay, eye stuff. So for another brow product, let's go ahead and grab my Juvia's again, and we'll see how much we can use up of it this time. And then I'll also grab this. No, let's grab the NYX, because I might be able to use that up as well, or at least it's getting low or older, so maybe it will be my last time using it. We'll see. I already have those two mascaras, so I don't really feel like pulling another one and opening something up that I don't need to. So let's go ahead. Well, you know what? I lied. Let me go ahead and take one that's already open, and we'll use that. So I have used this ABH Lash Brag, so let's go ahead and grab that one. And then for liners, I have those staple ones that I use. And then let's go ahead and grab a couple others. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this gold medal one again. I like that a lot. I'm going to grab this Avon one in sepia, however you say it. I say that every single time. You guys, I've even looked it up, and it's like my brain just refuses to remember what it is. We'll grab this one in Lucky. I've been very much, obviously, liking more neutral types of looks and stuff, and haven't really been, I'm kind of not in the stage of using the, you know, colored liners. So I'm going to use this one in Lustro, and I think maybe let's go ahead and grab a fun one, just for the heck of it. We'll grab this Beauty for Real in Peacock. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do my Persona Identity palette, which looks like this, because it's got gorgeous neutrals, but it's also got some colors there too. And so, have I used this before in the Shop My Stash? I don't remember now, but I'm pulling it anyway, so deal with it. And the Persona Identity too, also, which looks like this, because it's got some more color to it. That gold is amazing. This blue up here, this independent, oh, so good. So I'm going to grab those two. I'm also going to grab this Glamlight Michaela palette, because look at the colors in that. And I'm feeling like I want some more color for this month, because I was kind of trapped in the same colors for the most part last month. So I definitely want some color. I haven't done a Juvia's palette. Well, at least I didn't last month. Maybe I did the month before. I'm going to go ahead and do the Magic Mini here. I'm going to have to start looking back and go through. Maybe I need to make a list of palettes that I've already used and Shop My Stash, because I'm realizing, I don't know, there's some things I might pull that I've already done. So I'm going to do that for next month. But right now, this is what I'm doing. And now let's go over brushes for the month. I'm going to go ahead and use this Tati Beauty puff. I was using the small one last month, so I'll use the big one this month. And then for my powder. And then for face brushes, I have this Sigma Edge Kabuki for my foundation. I don't remember really liking this, so we're going to see how that goes, because I only like using brushes, not sponges for foundation. I burned myself, you guys, so I've got this spot on my hand. Kind of gross, sorry. And then I've got this brush, this Vasanti concealer brush for concealer. And then for powder, I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics brush. For blush, this BH Cosmetics brush. For bronzer, this Eco Tools brush. And then for highlight, this Luxie brush. And then for eye brushes, I am going to go ahead. I grabbed a little handful here. So I definitely like to have like a liner brush for underneath the eyes, or if I like to do shadow as a liner across like my upper lash line. And then I've got this one for like an inner corner highlight, because I like a little kind of tapered brush that can get in there. And then this is to smudge out shadows underneath my lower lash line. So this is, I think it's LaRousse brush. LaRousse? Are you LaRousse? I think you are. I don't know why I can't see it. Then I just grabbed a couple, like, I like a little bit of like a flat brush to pack on at the outer corners of, you know, color. So this is a Farrah brush. And then I've got just a couple different kind of more like blending brush kind of things. So what's really cool about doing the brushes as part of Shop My Stash is not only am I going through and using some different brushes than I typically, you know, lean toward. So I'm finding out if there are things I want to keep around, but also it means I'm washing brushes every month. So the brushes I used for February are getting washed and put away. And so I'm going to have clean brushes every month, because you guys, I'm not great about washing my brushes regularly. Like, it's usually more like 2 months in between. Maybe sometimes longer. I don't really know, but I'm just being honest. But so this is my Shop My Stash for March, and I'm really excited to play around with these palettes and you know, my personas a little more with, get some more of the neutrals, so that I feel like I have something like that to lean on if I don't want to do color. And then I've got some great color ones with the Michaela and the Juvia's Mini Magic, and some color in the Persona Identity too as well. And so I'm excited to get into these products for the month. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.